Got still the snow ongoing across the area, and I think we still have a few more hours, if not several, as we go through at least past 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. I think we'll still see some pretty good accumulating snow. It isn't until probably 11 or 12 that all this is really going to come to a close. You can see when you take a look at it from this perspective, there is an end in sight here out over eastern Pennsylvania and eastern Pennsylvania and eastern New York, where the precipitation becomes more showery. So there is a cutoff, but I think we get at least another couple of hours of precipitation in here before that happens. Let me see if I can find our future cast, and we'll go through the timeline on what we got left on this thing. Here we go. And so as you see here is 8:15. We take you to 8:30, 9 o'clock, and you can still see that we're expecting widespread steady snow at this point. As we get onward towards 9:30, 10, notice how by that point we're expecting to see a little bit of a switch over to some rain, and even a little bit of mixed precipitation might be part of that, maybe a mix of rain and snow. And then going towards 10:30, 11 o'clock, you can see how there'll be some pretty good retraction of the precipitation, probably just some showers of rain and snow across, especially eastern Connecticut, and by about midnight it should be done. It still looks like we're kind of in that ballpark. I'm going to take a look and see what our Futurecast is doing for additional accumulations. We'll load it now, and here it's got 8 o'clock. It's zeroed it out for us, so let's go forward in time. And you can see we could pick up maybe another inch, maybe close to 2 inches in eastern Connecticut before all is said and done with this. So that would put us about where we would expect to be. We had used our forecast map several times just to show you what we would be expecting from this storm. And I still think we can hold on to this as a pretty good range. A lot of 3, 4, 5 inch totals probably in most of central Connecticut. We still think maybe there could be a few pockets a little over 5 inches, but I'd say a lot of us would probably see that 3, 4, 5 inch kind of total out of this once all is said and done. And then after that, we do expect actually temperatures to turn a little bit milder. We've had cold temperatures, and they continue to be below freezing, quite cold, especially across northern Connecticut. But notice now along the shoreline how we've got readings sitting just above the freezing mark. So we're already starting to see temperatures rise across far southern Connecticut, and that milder air is going to be moving to the north over the course of the next several hours too. So as the snow is winding down, not only might it change to rain, but it will, as it's kind of transitioning toward that, become stickier, a wetter type of snow towards the end of this event before it does taper off. This will also mean that as temperatures rise a little bit more, road treatment will be a lot more effective. There'll be a lot less of the issue with even around intersections where you get the redevelopment of ice because of the stop and go of the traffic. So here's our Futurecast on the issue with temperatures. You can see as we get closer to about 10 o'clock how even up to Hartford, Willimantic, Danbury, Middletown, Norwich, temperatures will be just above the freezing mark, and getting close to that in Putnam and also Tolland and over towards Torrington. So as early as 10 o'clock, we'll see some moderation in those temperatures. And that should help out too with just the overall issue with sidewalks and stoops and so forth as well. So if you do the work and you remove the snow tonight, let's say you even go out tonight and do it after it closes out by around midnight, by tomorrow morning we should have really good conditions, and there shouldn't be too much trouble with travel at all. So that would be good. I'm just going to take a look at early warning pinpoint Doppler for you to show you we still have that widespread snow, but notice how the radar is detecting the mix over to rain just offshore now, so the algorithm is picking that up, and so I think things are going according to plan. I think that the forecast is panning out about as well as it could with this particular storm so far. We'll see how it ends, but anyway, I think that that's the way things are going to be evolving here as we go through the evening hours tonight. So again, just one more time, here is the additional snow. This is what our Futurecast is saying is potential additional snow on top of what we've already received. And in most cases, we've received 1, 2, 3 inches of snow. I've had a few radar estimates of a little bit higher than that. We'll have to see what some of the weather watchers are saying on snow accumulations, but so far, it's been all right. You know, it's been about what we've expected. And again, I think that we are going to continue on with just keeping with our forecast generally a lot of 3, 4, 5-inch totals out there, so for most of the state. So I think that's the way we're going to call it with this as we finish it off. I'm just seeing if anybody has any questions. Just some thanks for the update. It is my pleasure to do that. We've still got snow in Bristol. That's what Patty Higgins is saying. Annie Crawling is also thanking us for the update. It's no problem. Let's see. Mark is enjoying a bonfire. What a good idea. I love it. I like being out in the snow, especially if you are by a bonfire. Liz in Egan is saying she said about 2.5 to 3 inches in Colchester. So I think if you add another inch to that, 1.5 inches maybe in Colchester, you got it. And let's see if anybody else has anything to say that might be of interest or a question. We've got some snow in Willimantic. We've got Mark saying 3 inches so far in Broadbrook. Okay, so we're on target there as well. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hopefully you are enjoying the snow. I think the bonfire is a great idea. Unfortunately, I can't do that here, but oh well. You can, if it's safe and you've got that sort of ability in your neighborhood and your yard. Other than that, whatever you're doing, enjoy it tonight. We'll have another update in about an hour.